go. So let's see if dollar index can give us some more momentum. Hey, good morning, James. Good morning. That's funny, my own. Hey, good morning, Christian. Sing, that's funny. Yeah, I don't have kids either, so I love kids, but it's nothing like against that. It's just like, you know, we just have to like be respectful of each other. If somebody's speaking, so we don't interrupt, because I will stay here as long as needed, answer all questions, and take a look whatever you guys wanna go over. So you're not gonna miss out. I'm not going to cut you guys yet. This is going down. Let's yeah, we actually going to sell this. So sell stop at 1912 on gold. Stop loss, we'll give it 50 pips. Okay, we call that, so that should be activated anytime soon. I'm pretty sure this is going down to the weekly demand zone. Jonathan, yeah, dollar strength, and they needed a correction. So let's start with the indices. If that's what you guys want. Hold on, we on 30 minutes. We cannot do that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this probably headed down to this zone here, 27,400 to 27,500. We are looking at US 30. Yeah, I mean, we'll start with it, and we'll check whatever you guys want. I'll be here as long as needed. But the session is 2 hours at least anyway, so we'll take a look at everything. But yeah, it's most likely, Jonathan, for US 30, we will see continuation down here just because this momentum is really strong. So this week on the left, will definitely get covered. So yeah, I think 27,500 is next up for US 30. Also, that will be completion of the third push, and very optimistic to wait for reversal from that point. Let's see. Yeah, this had a heavy retrace, so we're targeting 27. Yeah, pretty sure we will head down towards 27,400 for US 30. Are you in any indices trades, Jonathan? Remember, you can unmute yourself and speak up if you rather than typing. He said, "Nah, I'm scared." Well, don't chase it. If you are not on the sell, then just let it be. Because it had a strong retrace though here, 78.6, but remember 78.6 is the last level we could get the retrace to before we see the reversal. So perfect rejection there. And yeah, this momentum is pretty strong downside. Let's see how New York opens in 5 minutes, a little less than 5 minutes, but it will at least make this equal low at 27,660. So yeah, it's not ready for a buy yet. definitely wouldn't be buying just now. Somebody earlier asked me about, I think it was NAS, and I was like, nah, don't buy. Just wait. It's really good to sometimes sit on your hands and not rush into trades. But yeah, this could also go Nasdaq or NAS 100. And this should probably pull to 11,120. So yeah. Well, like I said, let's wait for New York session and see what do we get here. And SPX right here. Yeah, broke the zone. If anything, we should see 3350 or 3,350. Yeah. And then we could possibly look for some reaction off of this zone right here. So yeah, not ready yet, and don't chase sell. Definitely not the time to sell because it has already moved even on this wave here. Yeah, it's moved 700 pips, so let it be. Yeah, you never chase the impulsive wave towards the end. You just don't do that. He said, if I'm in a sell for you street, should I get out soon? Well, let's see how New York opens, right? I am anticipating further dollar strength and further fall in them. So depending of your entry, I would probably try to trail that stop loss in a profit and secure as much as possible. I've been in a sell since 28.20, so you sold 28.20. Okay, so you sold right there. I would at least put the stop loss at, let's say, 27,990. So that way you secure 300 pips and see how this opens. I wouldn't let that turn into losing trade. So definitely would go ahead and move the stop loss in a profit at 27,990. Yeah, just above this previous candle.
Anis, can we sell gold now as it has moved upwards?
Yeah, it's probably giving a retrace. I'll just, I mean, I'm watching it still. I'm in it. I didn't personally put stop loss, but if we, for some reason, get stopped out, we'll probably get back in it. But it's yet to make that move. It did activate for us right there. So let's move the arrow. So let's just watch how New York opens in less than a minute. Okay, good, Mayon. Yep. We have request for AUD CAD. AUD CAD right here. Let's see, 4 hour, not that. Oh yeah, that's a strong rejection there. Let's see. Ooh, that was a strong retrace. So are you in AUD CAD or you are thinking about getting in it?
I was thinking about getting it.
Okay, so I would personally, at this point, I would look to enter this if I was you, with the sell stop at, let's say, 0.95150, just so it breaks this current support
Okay.
that it
You
has
said
formed.
0.9150.
Yeah, 0.95150. That's where I would put sell stop. Because if it keeps pushing below 95200, it's probably going to head back down to at least 94,700,
Okay.
which would be, at least 45 pips, but possibly down to 94,200, and that would be full 95 pips.
Got you. Thank you.
Sure, you're welcome. George says buy your USD, and Mayank is in. Yeah, you had that marked up, so yeah, trail that. It broke this consolidation here, so you can probably put the stop loss at break even for your AUD CAD. And George says buy Euro USD. Let's see. Let's just see DXY. It's consolidating for a bit. See, gold is trying to pull back harder, but I'm letting it go right now. Said Euro USD. Okay, so we have to go Euro basket, and here we go. That could be play. Where's your target? 1910. Let's see. Yeah, it did certainly reject this zone right here. See, it definitely rejected here. But 1910. That will be right here. It's definitely a good target, but it would have to break first 1.18400, because that's a weekly level. I mean, it's looking as a decent setup, to be honest with you, just because you see those rejections off of this liquidity zone, and it is showing a bullish momentum. I did not meant to do that. So if you enter right now, let's see what's risk to reward. So from here you would target TP 140 pips, but your stop loss has to be, let's say, 23. So it's almost 1 to 2 risk reward, if that's what you want to go for, George. But like, it would have to be some strong momentum to break this weekly level. What is your view on Euro CHF? Let's see. I haven't traded this in a while, so I'm gonna have to update all the levels. That is low. I have to mark this level because this will have to get tested at some point. Okay, it's our weekly. So that's a daily. Let's see. See, Euro CHF sometimes moves and sometimes it's stagnant. Yeah, I don't like, let's see. No, I don't like that zone. Let's see, 4 hour. That's cutting through too many candles. Okay. Okay, let's see, Euro CHF. Ugly structure. Okay, so we're looking for a possible sell. Let's see. You said for 25 pips. That can definitely happen. It can actually drop about 60 pips. I'm not sure if it's gonna break this structure right here. I would say it's a little bit safer to sell if it goes below 1.08040. So that's what I would say. I would rather like to see that, but it does look like it's trying to push down. Let's see here. Yeah, it's looking like it's headed back down. Let's remove that and do this. Yeah, this should be a good sell down to 1.07900. So that would be from current level 27 pips. The entry prepare was at 108,290. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, that's at 50 fib retraced. And stop loss 396. Okay, at 78.6. And TP. Okay, so you're targeting first extension. Yeah, but remember the rule, if we see rejection between 38.2 and 618, then we usually target the full third extension. But going with the first one, it's still good. You're just being more conservative. So yeah, this should drop down. It's looking like it is definitely headed there. So pretty much your trade is this. You entered right here.
Exactly.
Your stop loss right there, and you're targeting set 3-4. Okay, so there, yeah, previous low, yeah, I like it. It's definitely. I'm very very sure this will play out. As you see, it's already pushing down. Yeah, great work, brother. I'm
Yeah, thank you.
really proud of you.
Thank you. The goal was to have such a position to secure minimum amount of pips as possible. So that's why I considered it. I mean, I found 4 positions today, and they were mostly like 20 to 30 pips, not more than that.
Okay.
Because I want to go in the trade and also like complete the trade in like 1 or 2 hours. Like I shared it with you about for OddCAD, for example. I mean, it hit the first retracement level, this minus 0.27.
Which one? AUD CAD?
Yes, yes, yes.
Where is it? Here. Yeah, that played out. So let's see. Yeah, perfectly.
Yes. Yeah, it's all your help. Motivation is everything from you, bro.
Hey, I mean, I don't take any credits for it. Like you show up, you put the work in, and that's all you, brother. I'm here to support any way I can. That's why I do this. Like I'm excited when I see you guys actually wanting to learn and not relying on the signals, because once you learn this, like nobody can take this away from you. And the price action has been there since the market started, and it's not going anywhere. It's how all the successful people trade, and I'm really happy to see your development.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Hold on. I'm trying not to miss any questions. There was quite from that boy. So the reason I'm giving it, okay, let's go back to gold. We have actually a few questions about gold. All right. So look at this. We also had a question, I believe, about order blocks. Let me see. Go back to chat. I don't want to miss. Oh, from my own. Yep. Okay, so we will answer 3 questions here at the same time. All right, so here's the thing, right? The gold has made impulsive move down, right? Then it retraced here. It gave us some retrace because it rarely happens that it just keeps dropping, right? So where did retrace ended? Ended at 50% fibs, perfectly. Look at that. So order block, right? So the reason we are targeting 1897 because it's a second extension. It should really continue down to 1893, 1893. Looking at this right now, but again, I have to double check if there's any news and stuff. I gave it 50 pips stop loss because once the candle breaks below 19, let's see, no, not that. This. Once candle closes below 19, 191450, this should continue down, right? That should shows us that this retrace has played out, and that this order block here, so essentially, like the way I look and I explain the order blocks is the consolidation here, right? So that means market is accumulating orders. So this was also a significant or important level for gold at 1914.50. Hence you saw these rejections and this consolidation here. So this is nothing but the market accumulating orders right here, right? So, and the reason we see move further to the downside is because there's more sellers still in this market. So it's breaking down below. So every time you see consolidation or sideways movement, whichever one, it's easier for you to, look at it and, refer to. It's nothing but the market order accumulation. And then whichever way it breaks out to is where we see the more orders coming through. In this case, it should be more sellers in this market, right? And then we have confluence with the fib extension, and we have the weekly level here that is key. Does that make sense? If it doesn't, say, Hannes, no, that doesn't make any sense. Can you explain further or repeat that? Based on the consolidation, so from the top to the bottom of consolidation.
Oh, Anas had a question about the order block.
Mhm.
So should it be from wick to wick, or just like from like the main, like it has to touch like the majority? Because I noticed the big red candle in the middle, the wick goes all the way down to like 1908 or something.
Yes. So the reason you see this wick, this is the institutional trap right here.
Okay.
Because this, like I said, this was 1914. 50 is also a strong level, right? So what happened here, right? So people saw, let's look at this. They saw this candle, right? So they saw this wick rejection. You see how perfectly body closed above it, right? And then they saw this indecision candle, right? And then they saw this candle that is a bullish hammer, right? And then a lot of people bought, and that's why you saw this trap right here.
Yes.
That's exactly what happened. Because look how long is this wick? This wick is
Huge.
78, almost 79 pips. So just imagine how many people got stopped out on this buy.
Mhm.
So that is like how I want you guys to look at this, you know, and think outside the box. So why was this wick here? And then look how body closed above the level.
Mhm.
But the thing is, this candle opened all the way right here. See? So what happened, I can guarantee you, a lot of people that bought, they bought on the open of this candle. So if they had stop loss, well, not there. Hold on. Okay, hello. There we go. So if they had stop loss just slightly above, which still had to be 73 pips, but look how far they wicked down, like 110 pips. And I guarantee you, everybody that bought here, they got stopped out, unless it's somebody who you know, I don't want to say trades like me, but me, I use mental stop loss, right? Like if I was buying this, I would wait for the candle to close below this for me to exit that buy, instead of just getting trapped by the wicks.
Also, thank you. How many candles should be considered to be in an order block? Is it like a minimum, a maximum?
I consider it at least 4 or 5.
Okay.
Yeah, at least 4 or 5. And when you see, let's find an example where we have on a higher time frame more. Let's see, what is the good example? Okay, so I like this right here. You see how we have this range right there.
Mm-hmm.
See how many of them is until it finally pushed down. So this was all accumulation. And the reason it's also referred to as an order block is because neither sellers or buyers are able to prevail or take control over the market, right? So it's kind of, let's say, think of it in a simple language. It's kind of stuck. It's in the block, right? Because you boxed it out and it's inside of it. So the market makers are also looking at this. Okay, so what are they doing? Who is trying to buy or sell? And they try to trap you. So that's why it's safer to wait and see where the momentum is pushing, and then you go with the momentum. And let's say you missed that breakout, right? Then you take fibs and you measure here, this a little bit lower, and you see perfect 50 rejection, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then every time rejects between 38.2 and 61.8, we 90% of the chance to see all 3 extensions. But we even got the second one, which is still amazing, because even if you didn't enter there, you enter on the open of the next candle, the second extension, 290 pips.
Mm-hmm.
Still really good trade. But you remember, as the trade goes in your favor, you trail your stop loss. You wait for it to create a new lower high or lower low, and then you move it right above that next structure, and that's how you maximize your profits. If you don't have set take profit, that you are just, all right, I'm just okay, let it go to that level. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
If
Learning
it
more
do-
about order blocks.
if it doesn't, I don't want you guys to be shy. Like there's no shy here. There's no judging each other. We are here to, you know, grow together. That's all this is about. No, no, any, you know, discomfort. I don't want you guys to have that.
Would you also say maybe order blocks can be considered like consolidation phase?
Yeah, that's what I personally see them exactly like that. Some people
Okay.
might explain it differently, but that's literally what I see it as.
Okay.
Just yeah, I just usually try to like as simple as explanation to find, not to like overwhelm people with the technical terms and all that stuff, because you know some people that, you know, call themselves mentors, they will try to throw all this technical wording into this, but why you know, make it more complicated when you can simplify it?
Okay.
So you know, I'm personally strongly against that, like because make it stupid simple. Like that's what trading should be. It should be easy.
Yes.
You know, not that I'm the best. I'm not by any means. Like I study every day, guys. You don't see me in the chats a lot because I still study every single day for hours. I promise you. I don't just spend time, you know, on my phone or chatting all day in the Telegram and stuff like that. I don't. Like when I take break, you might see me pop in and say something, but like you better believe I'm working rest of the day.
Oh, but thank you. Thank you for explaining it more. I understand it better now.
Okay, you're welcome. We have a question from Giovanni. On which one? Where you want me to draw fibs? Was it for the gold or Giovanni? Yeah. I think I see. I think you were referring for the one right here. So you see, all right, let's start from beginning. So this move from here to here is impulsive move, right? So that's what we call impulsive wave, right? And the reason we measure it all the way from the top to the bottom is because this is where the bearish impulse started. This is where it ended with this weak rejection. That is the low of that impulsive move. So when you see that the move it has ended, then you take and you measure it, right, from the top to bottom, because we are looking for the downtrend move, and there's our extensions. And usually when it matches with the weekly zone, it's really good. It's really good. Okay, sure, you're welcome. If it's not clear, I'll repeat 25 more times. No problem with that.
Hannes, should we increase our stop loss for gold?
I'm watching it right now. I honestly would say yeah, but like let's see. I don't want it also to just widely reject. Let's see if we have any news. But I'm still very confident this will play out. I just don't want them to try to trap us. So let's see, Forex Factory. We don't really have any news though. Something very minor. We have, wait, what is that? Sorry, consumers. Okay, so we have IBD, economic optimism, consumer confidence are based on surveys. Shouldn't really have any impact. And consumer credits, well, that's at 2 p.m. So that's gonna be already after the session. So nothing really concerning as far as the news, unless our president tweets anything. I still keep forgetting to open Twitter just to follow him, see what he's saying, because I don't have Twitter. But yeah, stuff like that is kind of unforeseen. So when that happens, you're like, well, you know, what can you do? It's, but I would, even if that happens, I don't see him really making any comments towards something that will negatively result in dollars. So. Okay, let me just make sure I did not miss any questions. Oh, we'll be here. We'll be here in 30 minutes.
Anas, can we take a look at US 30 again? I was wondering what's a good take profit for the sell.
You're still in sell, right?
Yes.
Honestly, I would target for take profit 27,725 and then 27,500.
Okay, 27,725.
25.
Okay.
Just because that will be this equal low right here. You see? Let me just draw it. Actually, 27,720, but yeah. So it will be this equal low here.
Okay.
Let me see if they have some more drawing tools. Can make this more entertaining.
Looks like our gold trade is doing good now.
Yeah, see this right here.
Okay.
What should happen? See this equal lows right here.
So would you say, Anas, that your kind of trading style is kind of based on price action, not really fundamentals?
Oh no, I read fundamentals a lot.
Okay.
I read that like every day, especially when it's a bigger report. Because I have degree in accounting, so I love reading that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to Division I school in Maryland for accounting degree, so I love numbers. So sounds a little bit freaky, but
once price goes down to like the little that zone, the 27720 area, do you think it will bounce back up, or do you think it will just like continue to go down?
So that is like an unfair prediction to make, and the reason is we don't have like tools like banks do, and we don't see what orders are there and what people's take profits are. So we have to go off of the momentum, right? If we see strong bearish momentum, then it most likely we'll see 27,500 by the end of the session.
Okay.
But it could show some retrace from this equal low back to this level that we marked here, you know, because let's remove this, because that would be, you see,
the support zone.
Yeah, and that could give us some retrace, right? Maybe not that much, but like, you know, something here.
Okay.
So that's the reason, like we observe and we trade what we see, right? Not just what we think.
Yeah, because I guess the market right now, everyone's thinking it's a sell-off, so just keep selling forever. But of course, you said that there's some support there at 27,720. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know a lot of people were trying to chase this back for a buy, and that will be amazing buy once we finish this correction. But it's not ready yet, right? Because if you look even, where is the, okay. So if you look at the beginning of this wave, we have this, 3, 4, and then wave 5 should exceed here. So it really should end in this liquidity zone here around 27,400. So that is how the market structure moves. It has, you know, I don't like to teach Elliott wave because it's complicated and it's advanced, and you know the way you predict the and then beginning of the next wave and extension, it requires, you know, a lot of fib calculation. So I just try to show it in simplified way. So pretty much when you see the corrective structure, it has 3 pushes with the 2 corrections, right? So we had 1 push here, correction, second push, second correction, and this should be 3rd wave down, right? So once this completes over here, so what is the next, right? We can have start of new 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 back to the upside, or we can have A, B, C, D correction, right? Something like this, you know, and back there, right? And D, E, A, F, depending of what forms, right? But we cannot just tell, oh, this is exactly going to happen. We have to see what market structure is telling us.
Okay. That's very helpful. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. But this, I mean, even if you see it on a 4-hour, it looks pretty bearish still. So I hope people are not chasing those buys, and especially not against the volume. Like, you cannot do that. Like, you will lose a lot of money.
Oh, actually, I ended. I put my take profit where you told me, so the, the trade was ended.
Okay.
So it's good.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I kind of looked through some messages in our indices chat and see it already hit the TP there.
Yeah. So I'm happy. That's good.
Yeah. And I was like, come on, guys, don't chase, please. Like, because
Well, I think yesterday there was the signal for a NAS, I think a NAS sell. So I think a lot of us got burned by that one.
let me actually try to find that. That was in K2, right?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. There's GU. There's GU. You remember around what time was it?
Let's see. I think it was like 3:35 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Oh,
Oops.
okay, I see. I found
Sorry,
it.
is it NAS buy?
Oh, it was nice buy. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't think that play. Did that play out? Hold on.
I think it went to stop loss.
Yeah. Okay, so this was 5:35 my time. Okay, so let's go on 1 hour. Oh, I forgot to change. So that was, hold on, short position.
It was a long position.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I want to make it short.
we should have been in the short position. You're right.
So that was, wait, 573. So that was, oh, that was at the open of this candle. I can already tell you that.
Yeah. So we had like a little bit of profit, and then it unfortunately kind of went down.
Yeah, that definitely went down. Okay, so yeah, you guys entered.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. We'll see exactly on K2 temp. Oh no, that was here. That was beginning right here. This buy signal. I'm not sure why they called that though, because you see the trend meter indecision.
I think it says it was a pivots call.
Yeah, but well, I want to make comments.
Yeah.
I personally wouldn't have bought there because that was just okay. So just look at it from the price action, right? So this was a retrace, right? From here to here.
Oh, because it's an overall downtrend.
Yeah, look at 61.8 and look, first extension already hit, most likely second one. Because I already told them, somebody asked me, I told them I definitely see drop to 11,120. Because you see, this was the rejection, and then it made double top at 61.8, and then it dropped. So yeah, I wouldn't have been buying it for sure, because you see this big liquid zone. Let's clear this out. See right here, this is a big liquidity zone. And that's why the tendency of the market, you know, it was a further sell-off.
Can you explain what you mean by liquidity zone?
A liquidity zone is demand zone where you see a lot of let's say a lot of action from, right?
Okay.
So essentially, let's say so okay, let's explain it from here. So because we are in a seller's market, so this zone right here, right? We can call it liquidity zone right now. At the time that this formed, this was the new historical high, right? So
Yes.
it wasn't fair for us to name this liquidity zone because we were not sure at this point when this happened whether this is going to just give small pullback and then continue making new higher highs and higher lows, you know, and therefore creating new historical highs. But once we saw this rejection, this break from here, right? We know that that this move cannot just keep dropping for thousands of points, right? It will have to come to some sort of area where we will see, you know, action from, right? And that's what happened here, right? So we came here, a lot of institutions took profits, and a lot of people were thinking, oh, maybe now it's going to reverse back from here. And I know for a fact a lot of people were buying from here thinking this is going to happen. But they entered this prematurely, right? Because there was not enough information that this was the end. You know, they saw this small breakout here that I'm pretty sure, and they immediately took buys here. But instead, you should have waited for the break of this candlestick formation right here, because you need to break also this order blocks to go higher, right? Because this is still seller's impulsive movement, right? So you are finding the market at this point. So that's why, you know, there could be some action from here back to the upside, right? As you see, it's already rejecting for the last 2 hours. You see here, weak rejections, and then we have validation of this liquidity zone because we had 2 huge taps into that area and market pulled strongly from there.
Yes.
So does that make sense? Okay.
It does. And I think to the left, back in history, it will show that there's another, it's kind of like that same zone too, right?
Let's see.
It was like a former support zone.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah. Okay.
But so and this is another example why I try to help people and I beg them to learn difference between support and demand, right? Support, when you are relying solely on a support level, that means you are very confident and convinced that this is like exactly level that this will reject from. But you have to understand it's pretty much impossible to say exactly from where, you know, support will hold or from where resistance will hold and be rejected, because it's a zone, right? It's a zone, and if you don't start, you know, looking at it as a zone, you will end up being trapped by the market, because they will throw the wick and they will collect your stop losses just to see it go back up. So you always watch it when on a smaller time frame when it enters that zone, right? And then you look for the opportunity to buy as low as possible in that zone. And now you see it's forming some sort of support on a 30 minutes here, right?
Yes.
But would I buy now? No, I would buy if it breaks this level here back to the upside, because we do have this structure here and traffic there, because this can just retest that and then drop further down. So that's.
So if it closes above that second upper zone, then it will be like a strong uptrend in your opinion. Yeah,
I think then we will go back into buyers territory.
Okay. Thank you for explaining.
You're welcome, brother. Sierra says it was a buy signal. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't like that. I wish I seen that. I would probably give my feedback on it, even though maybe Sean wouldn't like it, but that voice, I said in the chat that it was gonna go down. Well, you should have definitely followed your instinct, brother. And you see this now, Mayank, see that pullback?
Mhm.
Or sorry, not Mayank, Mayon, I'm sorry. Yeah, you see how it's doing that? And I guarantee you a lot of people already bought here. I guarantee you. But
Also,
look
the
at
market,
this.
the market makers know that too, that a lot of people want to buy from that.
Of course. And this is what I try to
area.
tell people. So the way that the banks and financial institutions, hedge funds, they have the most advanced tools. So they can exactly see inside every single candle how many buyers and how many sellers are coming in, right?
Mhm.
They can see that. So they
Yeah.
probably saw people buying right after actually this candle here. They're like, oh, okay, well, rejection, one candle, let's just buy. But look at this.
Mhm.
You know, like that's prematurely buying this. Like you're buying just off of one candle when it's in the liquidity zone. It hasn't even broken back up out of it.
Mm.
So that's
Okay.
perfect way for them to trap you. Like too easy. So that's why you look at these Japanese candlesticks, because they tell you the story.
Mhm.
And another thing, I see this candle here, so I just want to mention this point. I don't want to choke you guys too much, but this is, you're gonna want to know this. For the ones that don't know, I'm not gonna assume you guys don't, but let's just, you know, mention it. So this candlestick here, right? You see how it's strong bullish candle, right? So this candle is called anchor candle, right? The anchor is signifying its strength, its volume, right? So the rule of the anchor candlesticks, this is how you also get the idea of where volume is and where the orders are coming through. So the rule of the anchor candle, if after its formation, in this case it's bullish, if it doesn't get corrected on the following three candles, which are those three, the market will continue in the direction of that anchor candle, which you see right here. So if the next following three candles don't completely correct this candle, the market 90% of the time continues in that same direction, which you see right here.
Okay.
So very, very important. That is how you see where orders are pushing through and where the volatility is, and you take advantage of it.
Okay.
You, by observing what market is telling you and what is it doing, rather than you guessing, because that's just gambling.
Okay.
What did we had here? Like you see here, this was also a previous liquidity zone around the support area, and a lot of people bought. But look here, they just bought slightly above, but they bought into this traffic here. It didn't broke back out of it. Exactly same setup here. Exactly same. Look at it. See right here, just what we mentioned. Exactly. This was the liquidity zone. People waited, probably bought right here. Instead, you should have bought on the break of this structure. Hold on. Hello. There we go. So this is where you should buy if it broke above here, but it didn't. Look how wick just got thrown there to stop.
Clever.
That's how it works. And I'm guys telling you exactly how I trade, what I look for, what I invested tens thousands of dollars in education, and I have no reason to withhold. I want you guys to succeed, because like that's what I measure, you know, my success, not how much I money make, what I do and all that. That doesn't matter. That's not going to help you, but this is going to help you. Sierra, have you heard me explain it, or you want me to go back to it? You identify it because it's almost candlestick with no wicks, like it's full body candle, and that's strong volatility, strong volume. That's how you see it. This is perfect example of it.
would you say there's also another of those candles just over there, just a few candles over? Sorry, to the right of the first candle, the blue
This
one.
one.
That's also an anchor candle, right?
Yeah.
Or
That is,
almost.
but okay, amazing, brother, amazing. Why
But it
is
broke.
why exactly? Why is it amazing that you mentioned that? Because here's the example of the one that became invalid. See, next
Yeah.
3 candles pretty much closed it out,
Yeah.
right? And that is, look, so anchor candle, next 3 candles, look, pretty much engulfed it, like completely closed it out, and that's why you wouldn't be buying this more. Versus here, where it's just corrected to like half of it, less than half. So see how it works? It's exactly great example. Beautiful, brother. Amazing that you mentioned that.
Thank you.
2 differences. I love it. There's a difference between the two: the valid continuation and invalid. Those 3 just came to the midpoint, and look at this, completely engulfed it with the next 3, and then continue down. And then look at this consolidation here. It's ugly as hell. This is what you don't trade, guys. This right here. This, you don't trade this. This is the orders coming through without market taking the side. Sync, can we trail stop loss? Yeah, trail it. Let's look at it. Yeah, there we go. You can. I'm leaving mine as it is. Personally, I'm telling you. I'm leaving mine as it is, but you can, if you want to be safe. It's 25 pips in profit at the moment.
I noticed with gold, there's like the wicks are just huge all the time. Does that mean that there's just so much like bulls and bears always fighting all the time? Is that that's what it means?
You mean about gold?
Yes, yeah, I know. For gold, the wicks are just always huge for every candle, it seems.
True, and that's why, because they are usually tapping the the key zones. So the gold, still in my opinion, best thing to trade, like just best, because it follows technicals beautifully. It used to be by far the best, made so much money on it, right? By far. But now, because it's 2020, it's COVID, it's all the political stuff going on and all that, so that has influenced it a little bit. So you see exactly wicks like this, right? Stuff like that is
Crazy.
just ridiculous. Like, this is how long is this wick? 350 pips. Like, it's just crazy, right? And yeah, it have had situations like that, but like, you have to just go off of the 1 hour and 4 hour zones, and that is your best bet at the moment with the gold. Like,
Okay.
that's what's best at the moment. Come on, let's go, baby. I know you had it there. So yeah. Hey, welcome back, brother. But yeah, you just watch it and take action off of what you see. But yeah, it's been moving wild, to say the least. I definitely agree.
So, Anas, you don't use trend lines in your analysis?
So very rarely, because I don't need them. I'm aware of what pair is in which trend, whether it's uptrend or downtrend. So I check it on the weekly. I see where it is. I have the key zones, and I go off of that. Because with the price action, you can counter trend trade, and different, you get different opportunities, versus just waiting momentum to go along with the trend, right? That is the safe option, but like, you can do both with price action.
Okay.
Because
Also,
Go ahead.
Sorry. And also, would you say that when you're just looking at a pair, like when you wake up in the morning, you just start trading, do you always go top-down analysis?
So like the way I analyze like from beginning to end.
Yes, like do you go like weekly, daily, 4-hour?
Yeah, so first on the weekly, okay, let's find the pair, guys, that we haven't checked in a while, so I can let's see. Let's do GN. Oh, GN broke. Well, we need to update this. See, broke retest. Okay, well, let's remove everything. Doesn't matter. So I first start on the weekly, right, like this, right? Then you compress structure a little bit like that, so we have enough info. We go back to 2012, and then here from the candlestick you change to the line chart, right? And then I personally have two different lines, and I have two different colors for my support and resistance areas. So my thick yellow line is for my weekly zones, right? So and the price is currently right here, right? So we are looking for the most relevant and the closest support, demand, and resistance supply zones, right? Because we are in that trading range, and we are placing them at the sharp turns, right? Why the sharp turns? Because look, price rejected, price rejected, price rejected, price broke and retested, price broke and retested, retested. See, broke above, retested, 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 and so on. You guys get the point, right? So that's how you identify a valid and a strong levels, where you see the sharp turns in the market, and you can see that on the line chart clearly, right? So that is what you should go off of. So this is now below our current market price, so that will be weekly support, demand zone, right? And now we need our resistance, right? So we are right here. Let's see. Okay, slightly above. Let me just see. Okay, right there. And we put that on top, so it's a little bit easier to look. And now we go on a daily, right? And we look for the same thing. But let's remove the arrows now. Okay, and what do we have here? Okay, so that's gonna be so that's going to, and in this case we don't need to really add the daily, because daily pretty much matches the weekly one, right? So we can just go off of that. And let's see, what do we have on intraday, meaning 4 hour, right? So we do have zone right there. Okay, perfect. And now we switch back to the candlesticks, and let's see, what do we have here, right? So intraday is done on 4 hour, right? And let's look at it now. So see now how our zone is valid, right? It broke here and retested. So you measure the move from there to here. 61.8 perfect rejection, and pretty sure we will see the second fib extension here at 1.95 100. And also look at the this is called confluence, guys, when you have two or more confirmations. So we have fib extension 3 at this level where it's our demand zone. So we have a confluence, meaning we have a strong indication that this will fall further down to this level, But even if you were more conservative trader and you went just off of the take profit 2, you already leaving this trade happy, right? So that is how exactly I look for it. Once it breaks the key zone, does it give us a retest? Does it give us confirmation? What was the retracement to? Is it one of the gold Fibonacci ratios, and so on? Further, you can, make, let's say, more claim, right? You can look at this as a big head and shoulder pattern, right? And the reason why I'm mentioning that now, it's because it's at the key level, right? I don't use head and shoulders just randomly, right? Look at this, right? So you use it because it's on the key levels, right? It's into the weekly resistance on a 4-hour. So if the way this looks now, this can actually go down another, what's that, 280. Yeah, it can actually drop another 280 pips all the way to this daily demand zone, just looking off of it. But like, I don't rely too much on head and shoulders, but the reason I'm mentioning it here is because at the key level, that's where you want to look for the another price patterns when they are around the key zones, where you can look for more confluence and more confirmations if you don't already feel confident enough with what you see to enter that trade, right? And now I know some of you have questioned, well, why don't we just sell this now? Well, we don't sell this now because already made about 80% of its move from this level. So when would we enter this if we were to enter? When it breaks this zone right here. That's when we can take advantage of it, and we could still get about 190 pips. Because then you will have reduced risk and a high reward. Because right now, let's say something happens and we enter right here, and then our first take profit will be, let's say, 94 pips, but our stop loss has to be 211 pips. So that's not a good trade. Does that make sense?
No, that was a very good explanation of how you analyze. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, and then it worked out perfectly because you have the other confluences of the head and shoulders, and also meeting prices being at the either weekly, intraday, or daily support, and of course
Yeah.
the fib extension too. That's also a third confluence.
Yeah. So that's exactly how I look at it, like as simple as possible. I can show you now, harmonic pattern, and we can do Elliott wave, we can do ascending, descending channels, all this stuff, but why complicate when this is just simple? Like the trading should be as simple as possible. Like, it's good to know it and learn it, but like, it's like I said, slow. Like every Sunday we will have webinars and continuously do more topics and everything. But like, you cannot, like, I see people selling mentorship programs, and they try to teach somebody to trade like in few days. Like, I mean, yeah, that's doable, but like, like, how, like, personally, how do I explain you like everything I learned over 4 years in 5 days, 2-hour sessions in 10 hours? Like, it's really hard, because first of all, I need to make sure you get some homework so that you give back to me, and show me that you actually absorbed and you understand what I was teaching you that first day, or after 2 days. So then we can keep moving on, rather than, oh, let me just show you everything and good luck, have fun, right? Without me validating that you actually understood, and you are good on your own. So that's the difference. Giovanni said, Anis, this first time I'm here. Your explanations are so clear, interesting, great. I'm very happy to hear that and glad to have you here. Mayank said, AUD NZD. Are you still in it? Man, look at that. You should already TP this.
Yeah, actually, I did not.
Wait, what happened? Hold on. Let's one more time. Where did you? Where did you enter again? Mayank.
I have not entered yet. I'm just planning on to, because I don't know if it's sensible or not, because if it just goes to this 0.786 level, this Fibonacci retracement, then I would definitely not enter. But I'm thinking that when it's building up that momentum to fall down, I'm not sure if I should take it or not. Just I want to have your view.
So honestly, it's still valid for selling, as long as, like you said, it doesn't push past 1.08950, because it did provide a stronger retrace. So I definitely agree. And every time you see retrace to 70.5, it would be safe to just target first extension here at 27, right? Just because it's still it's showing that, yeah, it might be some sellers here still, but like it's not as strong sellers pressure as it was on the impulsive move, right? And I would probably wait for at least this 30-minute candle to close to see how momentum is, because I still say it's valid for sell, because it just retesting this candlestick formations here. So it's still valid for selling, but I would just wait to see momentum on it.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I would set a limit, sell stop at 8835, probably.
3-5. Okay, yeah. I can see that. Yeah, I can see that, because that would be below this candlestick formation here.
Yes,
So,
and if there is momentum, then it would be valid
yeah.
to
We
enter this position.
set 3-5. So right here, yeah, it's below this formation. So yeah, and then you will target STP1 0.8678. I mean, it's not much. It's 17 pips, but you have possibility to go lower, like right here, where these zones are, and yeah.
Okay. Anis, I have one question regarding these VIX, right?
Mm-hmm.
I see a lot of times when there is like when there is a wick formation,
Okay.
for example, this one in the middle that you see, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes I observe the charts and I see these kinds of wicks just before a big move that has to happen on the instrument or tool, whatever you want to say it, and it generally goes in this direction where the wick was formed, in the direction where the wick was already formed.
Okay, I think I understand what you're trying to ask. So first of all, why do you think this wick happened on this candle? What do you think? Why is this right here?
I think it's definitely to stop people out before the price goes up.
Exactly, that's one thing. Can you think about another thing? Why exactly it got stopped here?
Because there is the support.
Exactly. You see the formation here and the structure? It just gave another retest, but now that we mentioned those two, this is another important thing. So this is what I also wanted to mention. I was just waiting for a good moment. I did mention on some of the previous sessions, but I know we have some new people here. Okay, So the way the banks and big hedge funds and institutions work, guys, there is over 4,600 banks in the world, right, throughout the world. And when they are pushing the money through the market and they are creating the trends, right, they cannot push $7 trillion in one move, right? Hence why we see the corrections in the market, right? So when we had the break above here and the retest and they start pushing it up, right? And you see those wicks here, right? Meaning that there's already some of them taking profits and they still want to keep pushing this to this key level, right? So there's a lot of buy limit orders that are left here, right, into this zone. So they have to force market back down so it activates their buy limit orders so they can go back into the market and create this next structural push. That is how that works and why it's there. But for the retail traders who might not be aware of that, they were probably already, you know, moving stop losses tighter, or they had a tight stop loss on this because this is not volatile pair, so you don't need a 50 pip stop loss, right? And they were already taken out just before this huge move to the upside. So it didn't just happen accidentally, like two reasons we mentioned, and just the fact that I'm mentioning to you now that there was still money from the banks that wanted to be exchanged between Australian dollar and New Zealand, and they had to get back to those buy limits to force it back to the upside. That is where it came down to grab that liquidity and to make that new market push.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's good. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome.
Hannes, would you say that whenever you see a naturally long wick, that's a sign of the like market manipulation, and you can expect a really big move afterwards?
I mean, honestly, like you can anticipate those when you have the zones, and especially for the pairs that you, let's say, trade on a daily basis, right? You get to learn like which are actually really valid zones and where you can expect them to trap you just before that next big move, right? So that's where I honestly would say it comes more handy for your decision making, and why we, you know, have to sometimes, you know, sit on our hands a little bit, even though we are itchy and we have urge to to enter that trade.
Mm-hmm.
Same exactly point here, right? We were mentioning if this breaks below, this sell stop will be active, but look, it's breaking back up. That's why I didn't advise to enter by the market, because look at it going now, trying to push above.
Thank God I did not enter on market.
And see, and it's good that you did.
No. The other one, because he got a filthy mouth. The way he talks.
Yeah. So that's the that's why we.
That's
Sorry.
pretty strong momentum. Probably in the if this candle closes blue, it's gonna be a reversal, or maybe you think it's gonna go further up to the next zone.
So good question. It could be just making those equal highs. Look here. See this right here? So it could be making just equal high before it drops, right? But some people may have already entered this sell. So if it breaks above this previous high, then yeah, this is a buy.
Okay, that makes sense. So if this second candle also reaches the same level as the last few two candles, would it be considered as double top and then like create an M structure?
Yeah, so I refer to that. I mean, yeah, double top M structure, equal high, but we have to see that it actually closes in about the same level. But you see, the volume is trying to push higher up.
Yeah. Okay.
So we wait for that confirmation.
Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna enter it today, so I'm just gonna leave it aside.
Well, you might get, I mean, so since it's AUD NZD, it's really not the pair that will move throughout the New York session, right? Because this is the time where we see movement in, you know, gold, USD pairs, indices, still GBP, still Euro pairs. So AUD NZD pairs, like this is not their session, right? So it's I usually don't advise entering it unless it's like a longer term trade on those, but you could, um, but the best time to trade AUD NZD JPY is you know, during the Sydney session, which starts 1 hour after the Tokyo starts. So essentially Asian session is when it's overlap of both and where you see the, you know, real movement on them.
Okay, so you would recommend definitely not to enter these kind of pairs before the session starts.
Yeah, so you want, because why? That's when you can anticipate and expect to have volume in those pairs, right? Why would you, so here's another example. Why would you enter here and then watch it for 10 hours of consolidation? Wouldn't that like bother you a little bit? Like me, it don't bother me because like I have held through consolidations and I know when to wait and what to wait for. But like, you know, some people don't have patience. Like, you know, you will enter here and then you will have hours and hours of consolidation, right? Up and down, slight pullback up and then pull back until it finally breaks up.
Okay.
Gold reversed on us. It was 50 pips in profit. That's okay. Got caught up teaching, should have said, put the stop loss entry. No problem, we'll find a new entry on this. Let's see what it wants to do. Just give update. I'm actually still in it because I don't have stop loss. So as long as it doesn't break above 1920, we are still valid for sales here. Just giving them update. Okay, so we give full transparency. It's on me. Got caught up teaching. All right. So yeah, as far as the gold, as long as it stays below 1920, still valid for sell. Let me give another update.
Can we sell again with 20 pip SL?
Not right now because we have bullish momentum. Okay. So we had question there. What GU did? Oh, GU hit full. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, the dollar index retracing. So that's why gold is pulling back up. Let's see. If this holds, then we are going to be selling gold again. Yep. Okay. All right, let's see. Did I miss any questions? Singh wants to see Euro NZD. Pretty sure I had it here. Yep. Okay. Look at this inverted head and shoulders. All right, let's see. Honestly, Singh, this could rise more here. Euro NZD.
Yeah.
Yeah, this can be actually a decent move up if we break. What is this formation here? Oh yeah, definitely. If it breaks above 1.77 600 like this, this can go up another 120 pips.
What should be the SL for this trade? You personally take this trade.
Well, I would first of all wait for it to break above 7,600, and then I would give it. It would have to be 50 pip stop loss. It would have to be 50 pip stop loss, and take profit is 120. So a little bit over 1 to 2 risk reward, which is still not bad. But yeah, you would have to have 50 pip stop loss here if you enter that.
Okay.
Yeah. Angel wants to see NAS and S&P. Okay, well, NAS actually rejected here. So, let's see. So if I was to trade this, Angel, I would probably put buy stop at 11,375. So that's what I would do if I was to trade this. But I want to see some more momentum here, right? We did had strong rejection here, actually a really nice rejection. But again, it's also rejecting 50 fibs. So I'm not sold to enter this. Yeah, I would like to see it break above 11,370 to see if we can take this back to 11,730. And for SPX, oh man, look at that rejection there. So this same situation, not ready in my eyes. I would like to see it start pushing above 3,380, 3,380. So if it starts pushing past that, then, you know, yes, then means we do have some buying interest again, because this is a strong liquidity zone, and it could provide us with a decent retrace back up. Yeah, this should go up. I just don't want to enter it yet unless it starts pushing through 3380 on SPX.
Hey, and so you're saying that it should close, the candle's full body should close above 3380 for this one?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because yeah, this is rejection, but again, we have this low here that we need to break through, because that low is already established. You see here 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So that could get turned down from that level. So I don't want you to enter and then it pulls back down. So that means your study should have pulled up some. Yeah. See how they pushed that wick all the way to the bottom of that liquidity zone. And that's how they stop people out.
Anas, when would be a good time to get into a US 30 buy? Or do you think we should just wait until it's done to move?
I mean, I would personally wait, just because, so number one, this candle still has 5 minutes and 20 seconds to close, right? Number two, we really should see some bullish candle, this kind of type, right? With stronger body and less of a wick. Because that will shows us, oh, okay, this is now a bullish volume coming in, and we have more buyers here that we can probably join and try to ride this high up. So that is what I would personally wait for.
Is there a zone that we want to look for? Like if it closes above this price point, then we can maybe look for buys.
Yeah, if it closes back above 27,200.
Okay.
But the candle body, not the wick.
Yes. Okay. I'll keep on that.
Yeah, because another situation you asked earlier, I think maybe it was you asking about the order blocks. So yes, when you see the candlestick body close above certain level or certain price, that means that the order blocks are heavier above this level to have tendency to move it further back to the upside, rather than here in this zone where there is now battle between buyers and sellers. Like you see, it's trying to reject because some people already start buying, but again, not all sellers have taken profit yet. So if more sellers end up taking profits here, and they switch their bias to a buy now, and we have buyers already coming in, and you can tell that by this current candle, then yeah, this will, you know, rise from here.
Okay, so we'll just monitor price around 27,720.
Yes, if the candle closes above that, then we can make a statement. We could probably look for this buy.
Okay.
Let's check back on the gold.
It taken you out and then now going back.
But the gold, yeah, it's rejecting that 1920. Okay. Oh my God, damn. Okay, let's see, we have more questions here.
And as I have confusion related time zone. This time zone, can you tell me more about it? Like at what time London session opens? It's like it opens at 8 a.m. But I don't know if, in India at what time it opens, or you know, sometime it's I have something that 15 pages strategy, so can't put that in this London session because of the time zone. I'll tell you once we will do Zoom.
Okay, so what time is now where you at? What is the time now?
It's 8 p.m.
8 p.m. So here's 9:30 a.m. So 10 and a half hours ahead. Okay, so the London session starts, let's see, 12:30 p.m. your time.
Okay.
So that would be the time that the London session will start your time. So if you are looking for that London breakout strategy, then that's when you should actually start looking at the setup at noon, so 12 p.m. your time, around noon, and then when 12:30 hits, that's when the London opens in your time zone, and you can look for those opportunities.
Okay.
Is the sell still valid on the gold?
I'm still looking at it too. I'm still holding it. I want to see one more candle how it closes, because it's testing this resistance here now. still in it.
I am too, so I didn't. I was just trying to see if it would reverse or something.
No, I'll definitely let you know, because see that resistance is also matching 61.8 of this entire move. So let's see if this rejects, then we can also sell it once again. Just have to wait for this candle. I just know that as a longer term, it will head down to this weekly level, but you know, it doesn't just go straight down, and they have to play the games too. Where's index? Okay, so index should be rising from here now, and that should help push gold down. Okay. Yeah, so Mayank just shared the link to the time zone, Forex time zone converter. If some of you guys want to take a look at that, that will help you match your time zone to the openings of the sessions. Thank you for that.
Yanis, since US 30, the green candle closed above the 27720. Sorry, which time frame were you saying that's valid for? Was that 30-minute or 15-minute?
I would use 30 minutes. You see,
30 minutes, okay.
it closed just under, and it's rejecting now. So
Okay.
yeah,
So
this is what.
I was looking at the 15-minute, but yeah, 30-minute. I'll change it over to that.
Let's see on the 15. Yeah, yeah, that's not ready. I personally look at it on a 30.
Okay.
Let's just see this. Still battle going on here in this zone.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why it's not ready yet.
Okay. 30 minutes should be more of a stronger confirmation.
Yes, because you just think about it. It's a longer time frame, and it's more time for people to you know, get in and make the trading decisions.
Yes.
And eventually they're gonna have to pick the direction, right? Because we are now hour and 35 minutes into session. So, you know, effectively we have another, let's see, hour and a half to trade, maybe 2.5 hours. So I feel like they will have to pick the direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing I was trying to tell Angel. You see it's rejecting here 61.8 and then that 11,370. And obviously the wick, it's not a breakout. And pretty sure SPX, same thing, yeah. I know a lot of people are waiting to to get back into. Sorry, what's that?
Sorry, Ains. I was going to say, so the 11 o'clock candle will be more of a confirmation, right?
Hopefully it's
Yeah.
not the indecision.
Right.
Then we are still at point zero. Like if it closes exactly like it is now, then it's not of any use for us, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. Could you explain a little more about the Fibonacci? Like, I'm not really sure how to use it. So when you pull it out, you show us that like if it rejects off the 50. I'm trying to understand like what that stuff means.
Okay, so yeah, let's find examples here. So I did share the video in the price alert chat or the discussion chat, but we'll definitely explain it again. So
Oh, okay, all right.
let's look at it. Okay, so let's look at it in an uptrend first. So the way you use Fibonacci tool is a tool that is used off of the mathematical algorithm, and it helps you in Forex. Specifically, it helps you find the next projection for the movement of the price, and you know, the levels on it. They show you the let's say numerical calculation where you can possibly target the new zones and predictions for the price, right? So the way you use it in an uptrend, let's find let's actually do it from here. So we go from the bottom. We're gonna delete this so it's more clear. And we're going to extend this. So we go from the bottom to the top of this move right here, right? Because we are measuring now the uptrend. And then you look for this retrace or you're looking for the price to reject one of the levels, right? So there is something called 90% rule, right? So the 90% rule stands for golden fib levels. Usually you will find people teaching you that the golden fib levels are 50 and 61.8, but I also include 38.2 there. And why is that? So this is why. Every time you measure the impulsive move and its retracement, right? If the retracement ends at 38.2, 50, or 61.8, there is 90% chance that this next impulsive wave will head to all three fib extensions, right? So that is so-called 90% fib rule. Because 9 out of the 10 times this will be the case, right? So here, yeah, it touched 70.5, but if you look at the body of the candles, like they stop around, let's say 45% between 38.2 and 50, right? But we go off of the off of this wick, and the reason why I want to tell you that, because if you were going off of this 70.5, which does not fall under the 90% fib rule, it's that you will target the first fib extension as a conservative prediction for your take profit. And see how that played out here. It also formed a new small retrace at that area, right? But let's look at now this next move, right? So that was our first impulsive move. Now we are having this second, right? It ended here. So this barely gave any retrace, right? Barely. As you see, it just touched 23.6 and it moved up. So when it touches 23.6, right, you still look at it as a 70.5 and try to be more conservative and go to first fib extension. But what I have found and discovered is that every time you see a small pullback of 23.6 or 38.2 just, it's strong indication that this uptrend is still heavy to the upside, right? There's still a lot of buyers in this, and that most likely we will see all three fib extensions filled, which you see right here, right? On these levels. It did give a pullback back again and all that, but essentially in the long run, it gave that outlook. But remember, because we were looking at more conservative approach, you know, it hit first one, even second one, and then it gave this pullback. And now let's find this example too. So now we move it back to this bottom and this top here, right? Because why? This is where the impulse started, and this is where it ended before we got the retrace. And again, we got just under 38.6, let's say 35% retrace, and then it hit all the three extensions. Does this make sense for the uptrend?
Yeah, that's pretty clear. I'm gonna be practicing this one. So you said that there's a video in the chat that you have for this as well?
Yeah, so let me see, where did I post it so that I can tag you in it? A second. Okay, here we go. Is your user Angel Banks?
Yes.
Okay, so I just tagged you in the price action alerts chat.
Okay,
That's
yeah,
the
thank you.
fib video, and it has example of both how you use it in uptrend and
Yeah.
downtrend.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're
Could
welcome.
you tag me too, Ennis, please?
Sorry, which one?
Could you tag me in it as well, please?
Yeah, can you just tell me your, hold on. Just
It's
tell me your
Forex God.
Forex. Oh, you are actually not in the group. Hold on. Let me see if you are here. Yeah, just 1 second.
If you want, I can message, because you know my daughter helped me create this, so I really don't know what name she used. So if you want,
Okay.
I can message. If you can find me like that, if I message.
Oh, I will find you right now.
All right, perfect.
Let's see.
I just wrote thanks, if that helped.
So how did you join the webinar? From which channel?
All right, let me get in. Let me show you what channel.
If you can just tell me from which channel did you join the link, and then I can find you in under the members, and then I can tag you.
All right, I'm looking for the link. I believe it was the which of the channel did you put the gold?
I posted in a premium, in price action alerts.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. The K2 price action alert.
Okay.
'Cause that's where I got the gold from too as well.
Okay. Let's see. And you said your username is Forex God?
Forex God or NK. Let me see if or NK folks, or if you see Avon Vaughn. I don't know which one of the name my daughter used.
Oh, okay. Here. I think I found you. Oh, so you okay. Can you click go back in price action alerts?
Okay.
And click on the bottom right corner discussion.
Discussion.
Yeah, and can you
Join.
enter that chat and just say how? Oh, okay, there you go. You just joined.
Yeah.
All right. So Here is the tag you now.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Which name do you see, Enes? Is it the Forex God, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's Forex God. Yeah, it's not NK.
All right.
Yep. So we are set now.
Thank you so much, bro.
Oh, you're very welcome. Anytime. Okay, let's see some questions. Right now, James, here we go. Just tagged you. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay.
Hey, Ines, if you look at NAS, is this an example of where it's rejecting off like the buyer's zone? So it's supposed to break above that line, but I feel like it's just rejecting off of it.
So yeah, it's still indecisive, right? It's not picking the direction yet. So even for the sell, I personally wouldn't sell unless it breaks 11,135, and the reason is because this is trap zone, right? This
Yeah.
is where both buyers and sellers get trapped, right here in this area. And actually we can move this because you see how price just tested this previous structure over here, and for that reason, like it's probably going to play some games until it breaks. But if it breaks above or below this zone, then it should really continue in that direction.
Okay.
What is gold doing? Yeah, gold playing games again. I just know it's gonna head to 1897. They just hunting people. That's why I'm just holding, but I want to find a good entry for you guys again and not have them do this. Hate when they do that.
Enes, is there like a fundamental reason why the price of gold will go down?
Well, because we see good reports last week from economical standpoint, and plus president's speeches and announcements are additionally influencing, let's say bigger players to have more confidence into strength of US dollar, right? And that's why I see that it will fall back down here, but also this is a big institutional zone and area where if we don't see further economical updates and evidence that actually economy is going to withhold in a strong way, then this is where we will see most likely a big reversal back towards 2000, because this is a weekly level, and usually from the weekly key zones, when we see the rejection, we go back to the major price levels and areas. But I mean, long term, I mean, gold is probably by end of next year, like gold will go to 3,000. I just don't see how they can additionally force the economy, and I just think that new stimulus checks are inevitable. They are trying to delay it as much as possible, but I feel like even if the Powell who is chairman at Fed, still keeps, turning that option down, I feel like the president will make a call on that and force them to send that second round.
Okay. And also, just since you have the fib up there, for Fibonacci, if the price of gold, for example, goes all the way past past 78.6 or past 786, does that mean that it's invalid?
Yes, so 78.6 is again 9 out of 10 times last level of the retrace, right? And usually when the price breaks and closes above 78.6, that shows us, or it's a let's say pointer that we are having change into the in the direction, or we are having this trend reversal.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Anis, USD CHF is near weekly support. What is your outlook? Let's check it. Oh, had a bunch of drawings here. Let's delete this. Are you sure this is weekly support? This is more like weekly resistance. Hold on, let's take a look. Why do I have yellow line there? This is actually currently weekly resistance. The weekly support is at 0.89140.
Probably I just put it on the wrong side. I put my weekly resistance at 99040. That's way too up.
Oh yeah. So you always want to look for the current trading zone and current trading range, right? Whatever is valid to current market price. You know, as let's say we break out of this zone, then we will look for the new weekly key level that we can work off of, right? But this is the current one that it's still holding.
Like how many bars should we go back to look for perfect resistance and support?
I mean, depending on the time frame, if you are looking on the weekly, you should probably go, let's say here weekly. Yeah, you should probably go at least 3 to 5 years, I would say.
Okay.
So this is the very important fact about that. The further more back in history you go, you get more turning points, meaning the stronger the level is, because if it already had multiple reactions off of that same level, then there is a high probability that once it reaches that, either it will have a strong pullback or it will get rejected once again.
Okay.
Well, look at this week. I forgot about this. Oh Lord, this was November 2012. Elections. Well, that's 2,600 pips wick.
So this move happened in one day itself, or like throughout the week?
This is, well, let's see. This is on a weekly, but let's go back. Yeah, this was actually one day.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, that was the time of the elections here in US.
Oh my God.
Wow, look at that. That's insane. It gave me goosebumps just thinking if you were on this. This probably happened even on a smaller time frame than daily. So yeah, that's 2,650 pips.
Like, do you think it's pre-planned to drop this kind of level? Like, is it a system mistake or something like that?
No, this was purely fundamentally done. this was news.
Wow.
Yeah, this was news, 100%. Let's go back. Oh,
You can also put your mouse on auto, and then you will have. It will be easier probably.
hold on, my chart is, okay, here we go. So see, it has delay in loading. Hello.
Yeah, that's the thing. You cannot load it after a certain time. I think you need to set up something because the data is not that much detailed anymore. I mean, the daily
True.
value you could get, but I think their server must be full or something. They just delete or update their data.
Yeah, you're definitely right. Let's see if we do, where is it? Vertical line. Right here. Let's see if we go on 1 hour, if this will let us do.
No.
Because then you can go see what time actually it happened. And pretty sure this is like election, post-election impact. Something big happened, major announcement. There's no other way. See, it wouldn't let, yeah, it wouldn't let me load. Anyway, so yeah,
But-
yeah,
Yeah.
that was November 6th, 2012.
Probably we can do it on MetaTrader. Don't know. But if I don't think so, that allows us to go that back.
Probably not, yeah. But yeah, that was insane. And the thing is, you know, this can get filled sometimes. Let's see if it got filled. So we had another wick there, wild, or that's a full candle. No, that's a still wick. So this at some point could really well get filled. Let's just put this right there. See if it got filled already. No, it didn't. So there you go. If another let's say economical breakdown, or if a recession happens, that wick will get filled, because that would be the volume needed to fill this. But this is just now way far out, so we don't concern ourselves with it. We just look at the current situation and try to benefit off of that. But yeah, see how it's rejecting there.
Yeah, it's in consolidation, right? This zone.
Sorry, what is it? Can you repeat one more time?
Is the price consolidating right now?
Yes.
Okay, I'm thinking to go for a sell if it closes below. Like, let me see, just a second. If it closes below 91630.
You said 9-1?
630.
Yeah, that could be. So that would be right here. Yeah, that could very well be, because it will close below this formation here. So I agree. Hey, Akhtar, can you just send me your Telegram username, because you are not in the group. So At least you're not in the chat. Let's see if you're in alerts. Yeah, if you can, or just join this and click the discussion, and then you will see the video there. Okay. No. Dollar index. Not much volume in it. Yeah, not much volume. USD CAD. We can make a statement here. Sierra, this actually did broke above and closed. Let's see. That did it fired on K2, Sierra? TP1 1.32300. Let's see. Yeah, and the trend is turning up above the cloud. So let's see. Yeah, but for the stop loss, I would use 30 pips. Let's go back. But yeah, TP1 1.32300, and then let's see right here. If it breaks that, then 1.32700. That's what would I aim for. Oh, you're welcome. You are welcome. And you're welcome, Ahmed. You're welcome. But just be ready, Sierra, because it could pull back a little bit. Maybe test 31. What's that? 3180 before it just goes back up. But the gold is playing games with me, man. So I'm gonna watch gold even after the session. I'll provide the update for the new entry, or if I exit it, then we'll probably look for the buy. but we'll make that back. I have no worries about that. Do you guys have more questions? Anything else to take a look at? You're welcome, brother. Please look at DAX. Okay, let's look German index. I'll look at that. Touched the zone, then it gapped up, and then Let's see. I don't like it. That's why heard me exhale that much, because this one especially has a lot of gaps. Like, look at this. It's just wild. So honestly, James, I would like to see this pull back down to this zone and then maybe try to buy from there. Are you in it already? Buy, sell?
No, I'm not in it. I'm just kind of keeping an eye on it right now.
Gotcha. So let's break it down, right? So it did touch the zone right here, but then you see gap back up to this traffic here to match this previous equal high, and then it dropped again back to the same level it gapped from. So it closed that gap, and now it's trying to rise back again. The only problem I have with that is if this is just the retracement from this impulsive sell-off, and then we go back to this key zone where we have better opportunity for some buys. So two things. One, we see it pull back down anywhere between 1270 12,740 and let's say 12,640. So that 100-point range there, or if we break above, let's say 13,050, then we can look for to grab that momentum back to the upside towards 13,460. So I don't like it as of right now for any entry, because we will be just guessing 50-50.
All right, got it. Thank you.
Okay, you're very welcome. Angel, you're welcome. I'm not sure if I can pronounce this, but let's just say Tula, you are very welcome.
Hey, Ines, I have a request, please.
Mm-hmm.
Your supply and demand zones, could you go over a brief explanation on how you draw your supply and demand zones?
Yeah, well, I will actually do something, but I'll show you, I'll upload the exact video, but we can cover them, right? So, well, this is not a good one to go off of and learn just because of the gaps. But let's look at, what is the nice pair? Let's do, well, let's do USD JPY. Here we go. First one on the list. Okay. So essentially you saw earlier how I, put my weekly and my daily zones, right? We do that from the line chart. So the reason I immediately mark them also supply and demand zone is because we go down on 4 hour, and we look for the zone slightly above that level, right? Like this. So this is the, in this case, supply zone, right? And it pretty much goes hand in hand with the resistance, because again, it's supply zone. And the reason we are more beneficial going off of the supply zone, because just by its meaning, when the price is high, we are looking to sell it, right? We are looking for that supply at the higher level, to get better sell opportunity. So that's why you see all these breakouts not resulting in a valid breakout, because it's a daily zone. So what we would need, since it's on a daily, we would need to see some daily candlesticks breaking out of that, right? And do we have that? We don't, right? This, it's indecision candle. Yeah, the body closed above our resistance, but into our supply zone, right? So that doesn't tell us, okay, well, this is ready to go back up. Additionally here, for some of you guys that are not familiar, those three candlesticks right here, they are called evening star, right? Evening star is probably the #1 most powerful candlestick formation as far as the price action, right? And it signifies that we are coming to an end of the bullish trend, and it's 90% of the time reversal, indication, as you see here. And remember, we always try to match the price patterns and candlestick formations at the key levels. And this was the beautiful opportunity here, because we tapped into our supply zone along with our daily resistance, and we had a very, very powerful candlestick formation. And I usually try, when I see this on a higher time frame, to take that swing to the next key zone, right? And in this case, we have the weekly demand zone, right? And we would usually mark it like that, just to look for the opportunities and to look for the market makers to push this down, right? Because supply and demand has 4 different strategies, right? So the simple one, and the one that works the most, and I always teach it, is the base rally base, right? Which looks exactly like this. So we had a huge sell-off to this key zone, and then we had rally from this base. In the supply and demand approach, this is called base right here, right? Where our demand zone is. So we had a rally back to the supply zone, and then we had a rally back down. And this is, if you guys remember me earlier mentioning that the banks, they cannot push the liquidity through the same currency pair all at the same time, right? So the reason they bought it to this key level just to sell it back down to previous key level is because they had a lot of buy limit orders left here to push that remaining transactions and what's left off from that volatility. And it always goes back to the same level. See right there? So base, rally, base. So that is how I look at them, and it's most powerful. The higher the time frame, the better it is, and it gives you more opportunity, bigger moves, better volatility, so you don't end up, in a trade forever. Does that helps a little bit, James?
Yes, it does. It kind of clears a whole lot up. Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. Let's see if I missed any question. Okay. Now it's trying to push back down, but it's in the middle, so like I wouldn't trade this right now. It's just in the middle. Let's delete that. Yeah, so this is just example of what I wouldn't trade because it's in the middle between two key zones, 90 pips from the daily and 85 pips from the weekly. So you entering this, it's never, you always want to avoid setups like this because it's in the middle of the our trading range, which is this right here, zone to zone price action. And that's your safest approach. We have new question. For USD CHF, what should I look for my TP? Let's go back. Oh, this rejected nicely. Are you in it yet? I think you said you put yours at 6:30.
Yes, at 6:30 exactly.
But you are not in it yet, right?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so if it breaks that, let's see. First TP. So as a first TP, I would target 91360. Second TP, let's just say round number 0.91000.
Okay, so that's like third level, the third golden level, or what?
No, this would be the second. The first one is 91350.
Okay.
And the second is just 91 and 000.
Okay, 91000, and that's after the hourly support.
That's after we see the break below 91630.
Yeah, I mean, I also marked up hourly support on my chart, and I put the hourly support at 91210.
Let me see. Did you put the? Can you share your screenshot so I can look?
Just a second.
Mm-hmm.
Copy, paste. So,
And can we sell now this USD CHF?
Not yet, brother. Not yet. If we get the break below 91630, then yeah. But you see, we have this candlesticks here, like on the left, the formation that can just be retest of that, and you don't want to, enter too early.
So what will be the SL if we enter at 9.620 as 10 pip? There may be this 1 pip. There may be a spread all of.
Yeah, so I would honestly give it like 30 pip stop loss. I would give it some room to to develop, so it doesn't just take you out too soon. Okay, so you see here, Mayank, is your chart on my screen now?
yes.
Okay, so you see how you have still here hourly resistance, so that is current support at 91635, because we had valid break of the structure on this time frame. So this is actually now hourly support. So
it's changed to the support. Okay.
Yes. Once you had a clean breakout and confirmation that the price is holding above certain price point, that's now valid support.
Okay.
So you want to update that. But if we get a break below, that now goes back into the resistance, since you are looking at it on 1 hour. And yeah, you can target as your TP1 your hourly support that you have here at 91210.
Okay. All right. All right. But the last TP that you told me, that 0.91000, that is below the support.
Yes, because that is the next next target if it breaks yours.
Okay. Do you think I've placed the Fibonacci retracement correct way? Like correctly?
Let's see. I wouldn't place it there because that's not the impulsive move. Let's see. Because if you are trying to measure retrace of this move, which I think you tried to do, right?
Yes.
This move hasn't finished. It's still in process. This impulsive wave is still bearish, right? So once it stops with the momentum and we see some pullback, then you measure it from the top to where it ends.
Okay. Makes sense. All right. So at my chart, do you see that the stop loss is it right? Like I place it between 0.5 to 0.3.
Honestly, I would probably, so you see where you have your 61.8?
Yeah.
On your chart, I will probably move it to that level just to give it some more room.
Okay.
In case it has those random spikes.
Spikes, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty close to the entry, so I'm just gonna place it.
Okay. Yeah, it's showing some nice momentum. That means dollar is losing strength, and I probably have to get out of my gold, and we might see indices rising. Because whenever whenever dollar is weak, all pairs against USD should rise, and all indices should rise.
Okay.
But again, it's still stuck in the zone, so I just don't like it, honestly. Like, I think they're setting up for a big push.
Anas, I just want to double check. When you said when the US dollar is weak, then the indices will rise?
That's from the fundamental aspect for the most part. But again, you still have to look at the structure and see if there is a confluence between those two.
Okay. Because I know that the US dollar was going down for a long time. And of course, we also know that the indices were going up around that same time too.
Yeah, I mean, that was a wild run. I read somewhere people are looking for them to fall even further down. But honestly, for that to happen, for example, US 30 has to close with the daily candle below 27,700. And then, yeah, we can look for next 26. Well, if that happens, we can look for another 1,000 points drop, which is 10,000 pips, which is, crazy, and possible even 26,000. But that's still early to tell because you see this daily demand and liquidity zone is holding.
Can you also say, like, what's if the US dollar is to go up, what is happening fundamentally for the US dollar to go up?
I mean, reports, economical reports, any like economical outlook. Some of the big politicians, let's say, giving positive outlook of, the economy in the short term, such as, Fed's Chairman Powell speaking, and, giving positive outlook for the economy, President Trump's speech that, um, gives people confidence in the economy, and so on. But those are the key factors as far as the fundamental approach for it too.
Okay. Because I feel like they keep printing money, the jobs and the coronavirus. So I feel like the dollar shouldn't be that strong right now.
And I agree with you, and that's why this is current, what I like to say, fake economical state.
Yes.
Because I mean, honestly, I think even maybe next month we might see some wild things happening, and
Okay.
certainly if they are able to manage this hyperinflation further up, post elections, and I would say at the latest by the springtime, it's going to be some struggle, because you have to realize, like, all that money that is getting printed, we are going to return through the taxes. So yeah.
Well, by that measure, that means gold should skyrocket when the U.S. dollar crashes, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
But I'm trying to figure out how would the like US 30 go up if the dollar's going down? Is it because people are risking more on stocks and stuff?
Well, so that's a great question. So in that case, right? In that case, all the stocks will also lose the value, because it will be huge economical impact. Because here, like, all the, let's say for US 30, all top 30 companies at the Wall Street, their whole revenue is based on US dollar, right? So if the US dollar loses the value, then the stock value will fall in itself.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So that will be some wild, let's say, outcome. So hopefully it doesn't happen. Personally, though, I think we are going to have some major struggles with the economy. I definitely do.
Yes.
I wish I can tell you exactly when, but I just don't know how much longer they can fake it.
Election day, that's when.
Yeah. So it's coming, right? Because I can tell you, just from my point of view, like I said, I studied accounting. I heavily, did minor in economy, and it's not good. It's inflated, somewhat like people refer to a bubble, and how much longer can you put the air in it? Because go
I
ahead.
guess a lot of people will, if the US dollar does crash, a lot of people will focus more on, I guess, CHF, JPY as a safe haven.
Yes, so JPY and CHF, yes, absolutely. And also gold is also safe, let's say, asset to invest in over the long term, right? That's why, a lot of people that I know are actually way more successful than me. Well, let's say way more successful in terms of how many assets they have, right? Even though I don't measure success based on how much money I have or I don't. For me, success is how many people I can help and still, be well myself. But anyway, just brainstorming and hearing from other people, like, everybody's going to heavily transition investing into the gold, actually even buying physical gold, as like through the jewelry or whatever way it could be purchased. And as well as the cryptocurrency, because I also believe that crypto is going, if dollar plummets, crypto will go to the moon. Like, that's just, there's no way it's not gonna happen. Because like the fluctuation in crypto is now because a US dollar is still world's, let's say, dominant currency. So and they are still neglecting to officially accept crypto as a form of a payment. But I think that's just also a matter of time when it will go through.
Okay. Also, I know Wade is starting like an indices channel. Are you involved in that at all, or no?
So me and Wade, we are actually, let's say, really good friends. And you know, I try to hop here and there to like help him out. But like, I have something that I'm working on now that I will announce soon. So
Okay.
that's why my time is limited, and the time that I have, I rather, you know, do the live sessions and try to share and you know, chat with you guys as much as I can.
Okay. Cool. Just wanting to. 'Cause for some reason, I think you said last week that, or a few weeks ago, you and Wade had like a big announcement. So I was just wondering if that was like you and Wade working together on this new Signals Channel education platform.
Yeah, well, I will be helping him with that, but we are yet to like see how much. Well, let's just say this: whatever he needs me, and whatever value we can give, I'm down for it. He just
Okay.
needs to tell me.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Yeah, fortunately, guys, we don't have entry here today. I will just let it be. I know Sierra is in USD CAD. That should be going up. Angel, you still here?
Yep, I'm here
Yeah, you see Nas?
playing games.
I knew it. I knew it. Yeah, they love to do this. But see, this is another approach, right? So we know that the institutions, like again, like banks, hedge funds, and all that, they have to push certain amount of money through the market every single week, right? So now we see that actually we have first New York opening, and it's Tuesday, right? So usually the best trading days are Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, right? So there is not so much movement with the USD, but we saw some movement with GBP pairs, right? So we can anticipate that then tomorrow we can see some significant moves with US dollar because like we know it's coming. It's just not yet there, and they are still trying to pick the direction to try to fake out retail traders. But again, that's why we wait and we don't chase it, right? We don't want to get stuck in this 100-point zone up and down, and it's just neural wrecking and no reason to add stress to your day.
Right. No, this is good to look at. It's more clear the way you set it up and created the lines. I took notes on how you're actually putting those lines out there. You said there's also a video of how you do that. Are you? Did you already share that in the chat?
I'm not sure if I did, but I will find it
Yep.
in my folders, and I will upload it too.
Okay. Yeah, it's really helpful to look at it this way because, yeah, it's clear and not much to like look at besides the main support and resistant lines.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, trading should be really easy, right? The hard part, like analyzing, it's easy. I tell you, that's super easy, and getting to learn that if you are obviously willing to put work and you know practice. But the hardest part is like this, what we are going over now, and actually waiting and not chasing any trades or not feeling like we have to trade. Because remember, you always want to focus on quality setups over quantity. Like I see some people, you know, nothing against them by all means. Like this will be on YouTube, so want anybody later coming after me. Nothing against anybody, you know. I respect everybody regardless how they trade and all that. But me personally, how can you like send 10 trades a day and expect to be right for all 10 of them? Like, what is the probability of that? So you are trying to literally predict 30% of the entire market move. Like, I mean, like, again, nothing against anybody, but that's a little bit, you know, unrealistic. So why not focus on maybe 2-3 setups that are the best among the 10 possible, and try to you know, monetize on that, versus having 10 trades where you have 5 winners and 5 losers? And are you actually able to track your risk reward for all 10 of them, so that the 5 that went well for you, you're actually in a positive when you subtract the 5 losing ones? You see where that comes, you know. And so I don't like, you know, chase. I just wait for a good opportunity and I just take it. And I might have to
Yeah, that makes sense.
close gold for now manually.
So do you think gold will just be like ranging today, and then maybe tomorrow on Wednesday, as you said, that's the big move?
Yeah, that should be, because you see now, I mean, I wish I have provided for people, but anyway, we'll recover that one. I'm not too worried, honestly. I know it's gonna be recovered.
Anis, can you have an analysis on USD CAD? It seems for me a buy.
Yes, we'll take a look at it. Again, we were just checking it earlier because Sierra has asked about it. So initially, I did tell her to like go ahead and since she already entered, to hold this, and I believe it will rise at least let's say 46 pips to this next level at 1.32300. And if you decide to buy that, like your stop loss, you have to give it about 25 to, let's say, 30 pips room for it to you know, develop. If
Can we buy now?
I personally don't want to buy it, but if you want to go ahead, you can, but like you will have to give it about 30 pips stop loss, and there's your target 1.32300, and target 2 is still, I remember, 1.32700.
Okay.
So if you want to do that, I'm personally not going to. Just because I wish the price was a little bit lower, like right there, and buy from it. But I'm not not looking to enter it right now.
Is there any reason, like if you enter, maybe if you enter, at what level you will enter?
I
At
mean,
the
if
support?
yeah, I would then enter as close as possible to 1.31600. Or even 1.31700. Yeah, 1.31700.
With 30 pip SL.
Sorry?
With 30 pip SL?
If entering at 31700, let's see. Actually, I would give it only 20 pips stop loss from that level. So 1.31500.
1 week of 15 minutes is needed to. I have put it my buy limit at that level. Let's see if it pays or not.
Okay. Well, this is what I'll tell you. If it doesn't activate within next hour and a half, I'll probably delete that trade and just wait for, you know. Do you guys have more questions?
Oh, I think we're good for questions. It's been over 2 hours.
Sorry, what's that?
I think we're all good for questions because you said 2 hours, and I don't think we want to take any more of your time. But we're there. We're very thankful for you spending the time to explain everything to us, Anas.
Oh, you're welcome. No problem. Like we can, if you guys have more questions, we can, you know, go over them. I'll stay.
Anas, I just have one question, and that is regarding CAT CHF.
Okay, let's look at it. I know I had it. Okay, here we go. Yes.
I'm willing. I'm willing to go for a short.
I thought you were already selling it. Hold on.
Yeah, I hit my TP, but when I saw the 4-hour candle, that was really heavy bearish momentum.
Yeah, this is going down to 69300.
I hit my TP before I closed the position, but when I checked it on later on, then I saw this candle pretty bearish. So, wanted to have your outlook.
I mean, so okay, I'll tell you, like always, very transparently. I think it's going down definitely to 69, let's say 300, just to round it up. But would I sell it right now? This is potential scalp, right? Because it's only 19 pips away from that, you know.
Yeah.
So if that's something you want to go ahead with, you could. But that's not how I trade personally.
Okay, no, I have put my limit at 560, 69, 560 exactly. So if it goes up and then it drops, then I would have like 1.5 risk reward ratio. Otherwise, I'll just sell out.
Okay, yeah, that sounds better. I like that better.
Yeah, I put a limit. I don't just execute it on market.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but it's looking very very much likely that it will fall further down.
Okay. All right. I'm done. Yeah, that was it.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome, brother. I'm glad you show up and you ask questions.
Like I said at the last webinar, that I'll bring it up on the next session.
Any questions you have, bring it up. If I can't answer them, we will find the answer.
No problems.
Well, Anas, when is the next live session?
Tomorrow, same time.
Okay. That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, just checking chat. Don't want to miss any questions. Okay.
Can I ask a quick question?
Absolutely.
Sorry, I might have noise in the background with the kids, but I probably missed your NAS outlook. I'm in a buy from 11,120. Where do you think it's going?
Let's take a look. You said 11,120?
Yes.
Oh, that's a nice entry. So you entered right here on the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was actually amazing entry. You pretty much entered at the bottom of this wick. The one thing I was telling them is that I am honestly not convinced yet to buy this. The reason is because it's stuck in this range here where they can be trapping a lot of people. I was telling them too that it's safer to buy it if we see you know, the price push above 11,380, and we see actually the body of the candle close above that zone so that we can go target back towards 11,700. Since you are already in it at that great entry, I would probably make that risk free, meaning put your stop loss at entry. So if this breaks out of this liquidity zone back to the downside, you eliminate any risk.
Okay, yeah, I did that. I put my stop loss at break even.
Because let's see, we can now measure this. Okay. Also, I would watch if this current 30-minute candle, let's say, closes like a rejection here, and it doesn't close below 11,227, then we could see this, you know, try to make another attempt to go higher.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
You're doing great work, by the way. Very helpful to all of us.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. We'll keep doing it.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Okay. Did I miss any questions, guys? I went through the chat. I believe I answered them all, but I don't want to conclude session and you guys have more questions. So feel free to speak up.
Oh, I just was wondering, do the cryptocurrency, do they move differently from Forex in terms of price action?
I would say no. But one thing to keep in mind with the cryptocurrency, there's not as much as historical data as much as we have in Forex. So I think it's safer to go with them at the lowest time frame, 4 hour. I wouldn't try to look for any movement under 4 hour candle besides the momentum, right? If it's breaking the zone and so on. But I think they actually move nicely as far as the technicals. And definitely best day for crypto, it's Saturday for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Saturday is definitely when you can make money on crypto. Like if your analysis is right and you're going for it, I think Saturday is definitely a day, because Friday, yeah, Forex closes and maybe at night somebody tries to invest a little bit, but like Saturday morning is when really you see volume in a crypto, and then Sunday kind of already tries to die down, and during the weekdays when there is some big momentum in crypto is usually caused by some big news and fundamental announcements.
Okay.
Like if let's say Apple CEO comes out and says, well, you can guys buy now iPhone with the Ripple that you have or Bitcoin, and then they would probably go crazy. And just example,
Yeah, like when the president of China said something about cryptocurrency, the price of Bitcoin went up like 40% in like an hour.
Yeah, that's the thing. Immediately people pushing money through the market.
And it was like a mistranslation. He's like, No, I'm not saying about Bitcoin. I'm like Chinese cryptocurrency. So
I mean, they have their own. What was the name of their own crypto? Trying to remember. I know they were trying to force their own. Let me double check here. I know they have like they're like Chinese digital cash, but they had some crypto that I was reading about. Obviously, they use Bitcoin. I can't remember where I put the notes for it. But they were also trying to, I think, back in the May, to go big with it. But then they had a slowdown with regulations over there and so on. Because I believe they are still like communist as far as the ruling party.
Mhm.
So it's really hard to do, let's say, a major changes unless that's approved by that one ruling party. And I haven't heard also much about the Libra. That was also one of the big things. It's the one actually by Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook. It's the cryptocurrency they were, trying to launch, but it hasn't been launched. It was supposed to be this year. So that could probably be a good investment too, because just by Facebook Inc. being a huge technology giant that will attract a lot of people in it, so that once it gets public, it will probably go crazy. Okay.
In 2011, the Bitcoin value is $2. In 2011, if someone has did his investment there at that time, I think he will be the king of the now.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I knew. Actually, I think it came out in 2010, and I was on one webinar a few years ago where the guy bought it actually at like 90 cents per Bitcoin and literally made him millionaire. It's crazy. Like,
In 2011, sorry, 2000, not in 2009. It's in 2011.
yeah, I believe you. Because I think it actually started like 2009, 2010, and some people who got in it at that early when you could buy, like, especially under $1 or under even $10, like even 100, like and you bought like a lot of them, like those people became millionaires. I actually saw a video few years back again. There was a person, I don't know exactly at what value they bought it, but at that time they had like 932,000 value off of their Bitcoin, and I don't and they were mentioning like how I'm going to still hold and this and that. So I hope they sold some just to benefit off of it. But like, I do think Bitcoin is going to go back to the previous historical high and possibly more.
Now, if any other new crypto launch, it will be going from like 100 USD to 150 USD as a starting launch. But within a year or 2 year, if if the circumferences are right or in their favor, though it will be increasing. If not, then it will be decreasing till 50 USD. If you buy at 50 USD and hold it for 10 years, then will it pay it out?
So with every new cryptocurrency that is like getting launched, for its existency and long-term appreciation, meaning increase in a price, like you have to first watch what is the meaning and purpose of that currency, right? What problem can that solve? Something like I already mentioned on Sunday's webinar, for example, Ripple will enable pretty much instant transactions, payment processing and stuff. So that's actually pretty big and huge. So that's what I would suggest before investing in any crypto, to like do some research, see who the founders are, what their background is. Are they just like making it for fun, or they actually making it with the intention to solve some let's say problem in the world, or make certain process that is, let's say, part of everyday events in our lives that improves that. So that will have a huge impact. And also once it actually gets launched and it gets introduced on the coin market cap, where you have all let's say legitimate cryptocurrencies and coins, you have to watch for its volume, like transactions, and the market cap, right? So that will changing that will actually show you, okay, do we have a lot of investors being attracted in this, and what the potential of that is.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Any other question, guys? The session is recorded and it will be uploaded. Okay. Well, if you guys don't have any more questions, and something comes up later, just write me in a Telegram and I'll try to answer as soon as possible. Thank you once again for joining. Glad to see you guys willing to learn, ask questions. And we will have a session tomorrow, same time.
Thank you, Anis. See you guys tomorrow.
Okay, you're welcome. See you guys tomorrow.